And now, Giant Sports Talk Live. Here are your hosts, Eric and Glenn.
We're talking Giants every day. From McCovey Cove to the Oracle Park lights, Eric and Glenn keep the fire burning bright. Fighting for the glory, no matter what it costs us. Breaking down the moments from the wins to the losses. Giant Sports Talk, we're here for the ride. Eric and Glenn with the fan base pride. Talking dreams, will they contend? But we'll back the Giants till the very end. Let's go, Giants! Yes, yes, yes! Oh! Eric and Glenn breaking it down, all Giants all the time.
All right, welcome to Giant Sports Talk Live. Here we are, game 2 between the San Francisco Giants and the Philadelphia Phillies. And Glenn, today we got a win. Look, we talked about it yesterday, the way the Giants have been playing, and then I should say been hitting. And going up against Chris Sanchez, I was like, man, I don't know. This doesn't look good. I think the Giants are going to lose. And well, look what happened. They flipped the script on us, Lynn. They went out there and they scored 6 runs and didn't allow any runs. Robbie Ray looked good. What'd you think, Glenn?
I was a little nervous when you and I were chatting this afternoon and you said, hey, take a look at this lineup. And I went,
Yeah.
lineup? Look at number, they went top heavy, number 6 to 9. I went, this is double A. This is double A stuff. But they found a way to win, Eric. The only thing I will say, did you notice when you were watching, I watched the Philly broadcast tonight. I didn't go over to the park, a little damp out here. So I said, the arms and that, I'm a little sore. So I said, the dampness, home, relax, watch it. Couldn't get the game, so I watched it on Phillies TV tonight. Different perspective.
Okay.
Dude, for 5 innings, they talked about Vitello and where he came from and going to do a good job. And they actually said, we're surprised that he doesn't have more young talent to work with, which I've said, but
Yeah.
press. It was late stages. They go, what is going on here? Apparently there was, I don't know, you watched the Giants broadcast or listened on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently from the Phillies side of things, there was some mass confusion trying to get pinch hitters in, and nobody knew who they couldn't find helmets. They're like, no, get in there. You're in there, Bader. And they didn't know what was going on. So there was
a little weird
managerial issues on the bench tonight. I really didn't see it. I guess you had to be there, but their broadcast.
They kind of talked a little bit about the broadcast. They mentioned it on the broadcast. But here's the problem. During that period of time, I think it was during that period, the Spanish broadcast was bleeding over. It bled over for a good 2 innings or so before they fixed it. It was weird.
Okay. I was watching the Phillies.
It was.
And I watched. I don't know if you saw any of the pregame tonight. I saw some clips from the pregame interview with Vitello. And as always, Eric, it was a Tuesday night where I got a little history lesson in Tennessee baseball again. He was talking about the pitcher he had. What's his name? The big pitcher in Detroit. Well, I had to take him out of a game one day. It's always memory lane with Vitello back to Tennessee. Well, I remember that night in the 9th inning. I had to take him out. But it's all about wins in Tennessee. I go, you got the wrong orange, dude. Come on. Anyway, it's just it's kind of creeping in where it happened in the preseason. It reared its ugly head. Remember with Slusser talking to him in the preseason? And,
yeah.
The whole, how dare you guys mention I was coming here and it wasn't official. But it seems he hasn't let go, Eric. He hasn't. It's just you never feel like you're a kid. Your first time. Maybe it's his first time away from home, Eric. He's just he's homesick a little bit. And, he'll grow into it, but otherwise, the game itself, Eric, I was a little concerned about the lineup. They got the job done. I tell
you what,
I think they got the win, Eric. God love them, but there's still a lot of losses coming with the lineup.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
And the pitcher.
Yeah.
Ryan Walker, I'm telling you, when I have greasy food and I start getting the rumbles in my belly, I'm like, oh, God.
Bubble guts?
That's what happens to me when Ryan Walker comes in. I go, oh, God, I get a
the bubble guts. Yeah. I do the same thing. All right, here, let's look at the tail of the tape, and we'll go from there.
And now, today's Giants in Review on Giants Sports Talk Live.
Drive into center field.
Got him.
Got to get me a jersey that says Susac on it, too.
There you go. I'm pretty sure they'll probably be coming. Something. We'll see. If he keeps it up, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that. All right, here we go. Giants win 6-0. A shutout, guys. How about that? Giants improved to 4-8. Phillies are now 6-5. Phillies 0 runs on 4 hits with 2 errors. They kind of had a sloppy game defensively today. Giants, look at that. Again, they bang out another double-digit hit game. Got 12 hits. They were able to get 6 runs on those 12 hits. Ray with the win. And Sanchez got the loss, his first loss of the season. We'll talk about Ray here shortly. Adames led off again, had a 2-hit day with a run scored. Chapman, 3-hit game with an RBI and a run scored. He had a big double there late in the game to help pad up that's when that was the inning they scored. 2 or 3. I can't remember offhand. Ramos didn't have a very good night. 0 for 3, had 3 strikeouts. Devers had a hit with a run scored. Schmidt, he had 2 strikeouts early, but then he came through with a big double. He's the one that padded the lead a little bit. I think that's allowed that 4th run to come across. Encarnacion had another hit today. How about that? Daniel Susac, how about that? His 2nd start of the year, and he gets another freaking multi-hit game. 3 hits, 2 RBIs on that last at-bat. It was a triple off of the freaking wall down the right field line. And again, look at this guy. I mean, the guy just does 857, man. Granted, it's 2 games. I get it. It's early. But you know what? I tell you what, we'll talk more about it. I love his approach. Oliva didn't do much today, and then Bader didn't do much today when he came into the game a little bit later. Giants 5 for 16 with runners in scoring position. Would be nice. Look, if it was 5 for 10, I'd feel a little bit better. But hey, at least you got something with runners in scoring position, because that was a lot of runners in scoring position. Again, here we go. Ray, 6 2/3. He almost got that 7th one in, but he walked that last guy, and that was it. Only allowed 3 hits. He walked 3, didn't allow any runs, and said 7 strikeouts, where Ray looked really good today, man. And then Walker, Bubble Guts Walker. That's what we're going to call him from now on, Glenn. All right. Bubble Guts Walker come in, and I got 2 base runners on. 1 was a hit. Questionable. We could talk about Devers. He probably should have tossed that ball to first base with a little bit more oomph, and I think they would have had him. He lobbed it a little bit too much. And then he walked the guy, but he was able to get out of it. He extricated himself out of that situation. But, man, I tell you what, I still don't like seeing that guy come in. I just don't. Even with as a big lead as they had, I was just like, man, I don't know. And then Wynn comes in for the last inning and had a nice, clean inning. No hits, no runs, no walks, no strikeouts. He just got it done. So good to see that. Again, it was a nice win for the Giants today, Glenn. Anything?
The only thing negative is, again, chat, do not come at me and Eric. Do not come at me and Eric and say that Bailey does anything behind the goddamn plate that Susac can't do. Oh, he's this great frame. Susac looks like a catcher. He hits like a catcher. I would say an A+ so far.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? Stop. I don't think Bailey should not be in our conversation, Eric. And the only time Bailey should hear that song is when he's out of town, not hitting home runs. Bye, baby.
No, look at you. You're going strong. I tell you what, man. I've seen enough. Start Susac. Just do it. You're not losing any. Are we? Honestly, come on, guys. Are we losing?
How are you going to feel tomorrow? If he's in tomorrow, how are you going to feel, Eric?
I feel, well, it's going to be a day game tomorrow, right? it's a day after night, so they
You're
may
telling
not.
me a young guy like Susac has only played twice
course.
can't go in and play tomorrow?
Of course he could. Of course he could. I'm just normally that's what clubs do, but whatever. We'll see what happens.
Not from you, but in general, it's a baseball bullshit excuse.
Yeah. For
Two games. Well, it's a day game after a night game. I'm like, put Susac in the. You know what? The problem is we don't have enough diehards at the stadium. Our stadium is full of people, Eric, who just go for a night out more so than fanatics.
Yeah.
And if it was fanatics, if this you brought up New York last night with me, remember? Mm-hmm. And how that's a market. In New York, they'd be saying, "Get them the hell out of there."
That's a fact. No, you're 100%
here. There won't be much. And the media won't even call them out on it.
You're spot on because look, if we were in New York, they'd be screaming for him to be starting. There's no doubt about it. And Morcatna, and then let's start this off with Susac because I tell you what, he goes in, or Morcatna says, "I love how Susac uses the whole field." That's what he does. That's why he's such a great hitter. Look, is he going to go out there and wallop the ball? No, but you know what? He's going to put the ball in play, and he's going to hit it to where the pitcher is throwing it. And that's all you can ask. That's all you can ask from these guys, man. I want a guy that's just going to go out there and make some contact because how many times do we see that out there with Bailey? It's a strikeout, and then he's not going where the pitch is thrown, right? And maybe he's just trying to kill it. I don't know. I'll tell you what, though. Just do it because we're not losing anything right now without starting Bailey, right? If we didn't start Bailey, is that gonna look? Oh, excuse me. In the last few, the 2 wins that the Giants have, the 2 of 4 wins that the Giants have, Susac was in the lineup. Now, it's not the only reason, but I'm just saying, come on, let's just see what the kid has and just go with him. I think you've seen you've talked about it for over a year.
I saw enough last July. But anyway,
that's what I'm saying. That's right.
The other thing about this lineup tonight, Erica, I have got to tip my Giant Sports Talk Live hat to Tony V, Eric. We questioned, would he be able to use his bench? Got Oliva out of there when he needed to come out. Great move. Okay. He was able to go with Bader to pinch hit. He wasn't.
And then he brought in Jung-Hoo Lee, and he got a sacrifice fly with that.
Yes, wasn't shy to make those moves. I think he's starting to feel it out. It's a process late in the game.
Sure.
Use your bench, especially the fact you had Oliva starting. You weren't pitch hitting Oliva into a game. You had the meat of your lineup on the bench tonight. It was a prime example of why you should be pinch hitting late in the game when you've got that talent. And it's sort of an off day for those guys.
And honestly, I mean, there's probably times over these last, 12 games that have been played where you could have pinched hit with Koss, right? I mean, right somewhere, whether it's for Bailey or for somebody else, and then you defensively replace it. Right? Come on. I mean, why not, man? Because the guy gives it. Come on, guys. You guys are watching his at-bats. His at-bats are fantastic. He has he has good control of what he wants to do. I love it, man. He doesn't look overwhelmed. He doesn't look overmatched. Yeah. And behind the dish, I thought he's fine. He's a fine receiver. I'm okay with seeing Susac get a brunt of some of these starts. Why not?
Yeah, there's a love affair with our players, Eric. That goes back to Bailey, of course, even last year. But I know they don't play the same position. But don't you see kind of a love affair in the new regime looking at guys like Oliva? And those are like they're transitioning. Well, Oliva is now last year's Koss. We're going to have him on the bench, and I don't know. The thing I feel bad, particularly about Koss. I talked to him last week in San Diego, signed a couple of things for me at the ballpark. Seemed like a great guy. Of all the players I've met on this Giants roster, just seemed like, the guy seemed like Greg down the hall. He just, hey, what's up? He hasn't done anything to disparage his spot on this team. No. And it's like it's being taken away from him. That's what I feel bad about.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean.
And Bernice brought up a good point, Eric. I got to ask you because I really couldn't come up with an answer myself. I'm like, good question. My question of the night comes from the beautiful, the wonderful, the downright sexy Bernice. And here's what she said. She said, how did Bailey get this job in the first place? Like, who did he? I said, I think he was like kind of giving it because Posey was off the scene.
No, Bart couldn't do anything. Remember?
We both looked at each
Joey
other.
Bart.
Bart, right.
Joey Bart couldn't do anything.
Bart with Bailey. That really worked.
Yeah, they had to because it was not. He wasn't getting it done. And honestly, they did bring up Bailey. That first year that he played for the Giants, he was up a little bit too early because he just wasn't ready. And look, and we could all say, come on, if we were going to be real here, is Bailey's bat really at that MLB level? He's had moments. I've said this a million times. He's had moments, but he just doesn't have the consistency. I'll tell you what we should do. We've talked about the lineup tonight. We talked about the win. Why don't we head over to Tommy's for a cold refreshment? When we come back, see if he can get the, maybe we'll make a routine out of this. See if he can get us the post-game update from Tony V and what he thought about his managerial moves. Sometimes it takes a little while for it to hit Twitter, but I'll take a look and see what we got here. But
you do that, and I'll let the guys know what's going on over at Tommy's. Want to do that?
Yeah, go for it. Let's see what. There we go. Our proud sponsor, Tommy's Mexican Restaurant, where you can go get the world famous Tommy Margarita. You can find it everywhere on this God's green earth, with the exception of Antarctica. You will not see a penguin tipping back a Tommy Margarita. Hey, we got a couple of super sections here we got to get.
Penguins get a little tipsy. I've seen penguins.
They get tipsy, but it's not because of a Tommy Margarita.
It could be the margarita. Don't listen. Yeah. If it's anything, it could be the Tommy's Margarita.
Ah, nice. All right, here we go. Prapa, he sent this a little bit earlier here. $5. Thank you, Prapa. This guy, hey, let's see if you have lived up to your reputation, because you got a pretty good reputation in here, man. Here we go. Sticking with Bailey beyond this point is a sign to me that Vitello isn't willing to risk ruffling a vet player's feathers to do what's best for the team. Okay, would you?
I'm not buying into that yet, only because, hey, Eric, people pick their poison. This half the people in the chat are coming in here night saying stuff like that. And then the other half, I got to agree with them. You don't like, hey, I of anybody, Eric, do not like Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, we're not even 2 weeks into the season.
Hey, look, I mean, you got to play. This is right. You got to go out there. You got to be able to play. And if you're not playing and somebody else is, well, that's what happens. Talked about this in the green room, Glenn. Remember an individual named Wally Pipp?
Yeah.
For the New York Yankees? What happened to him? What happened to Wally Pipp?
Yeah, he came out of the game and said, "See you, Lou."
Right. He came out of the game. and he was done because there was another first baseman in the wings by the name of Lou Gehrig who wind up. Now, am I comparing Susac to Lou Gehrig? No, I'm not. I'm just saying you got to go out there and you got to perform. It's right. You got to go out there and get it done, man. But does Bailey hold that much weight? I don't know, man. Look, Murph from Murph and Marcus said something. I think it was yesterday. He's like, dude, does Bailey have a blood oath or something with the Giants? I think that was the words he used. And it's like, yeah, exactly. Because I don't think his position should be safe. I don't
either. But just, we got to calm down with the Susac, his career. Oh my God. They're calling him. You can't call this guy a Hall of Famer, Eric, because he's 5 for 6 in 2 games.
Yeah, right. Yeah, come on.
You got to look at both sides of the equation here, Eric.
Exactly. Kai Dai, I have not seen you in a chat before. Welcome to the fraternity we call Giant Sports Talk Live. I have a better chance of winning a lottery than an extra base hit from Bailey.
Yeah, you watch. He'll get 2 doubles tomorrow. So hey.
Jamie, our friend from the land down under. I messed that one up. A friend from the land down under. $2 Australian. Thank you. He says, in the switch hitting, Bailey should be left-handed only. We've been talking about that for freaking ever, dude. And to be honest with you, is it even that much? I mean, come on. I mean, is it really? He's a defensive catcher. It's okay to say that, guys. He's a defensive catcher. If Vitello wants to play it safe, Eric, there's the prime way to do it. You want to play it safe, Giants baseball? You can play your righty, lefty scenario and platoon. 100%. Ibrahim, he makes a great comment. When you've been 500 team for God knows how long, there should be no sacred cows. That's a fact. That's a fact.
What's he saying? What's he saying? Bailey, move over.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. Keep them coming, man. Why not?
We got to get the cymbals going tonight, Terry.
Calvin, he agrees with you. Or Bailey will effing walk it off tomorrow or something. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true. It's crazy how that happens.
Murphy's Law.
And yes, recovery. That's what I've been saying, man. His approach is just that much better. It just is. You watch him play, and you're just like, you know what? I like this.
Well, don't call me a maniac, Eric. But you know what I said to you in the green room when I got your eyebrows lifted? I said, his approach, his build, his style, his look. He looks
a taller,
like a young Buster Posey to me.
When he gets in the box, he does have that little, because he squats down a little bit. That's what Buster Posey did, right? And he just has a good idea of the strike zone. And yeah, I mean, I could see that. Granted, he's taller and he's not as built as you will, as far as his physical build. He's a little bit taller, of course, but
he's a gamer. He's a gamer. He took one in the. You know what, Bailey?
He took one in the what?
Right in the gonads tonight.
Yeah. I was like, there's a lot of that happening, man. You're seeing catchers all over the place. Freaking.
And at the plate, JT Real Muto, he took one off his foot tonight.
Yeah, he had to come out of the game.
I was like, oh my God, man down. So
did you see what happened in Tampa Bay with the fan going for the foul ball?
Oh, geez, no, I missed that.
Oh, you haven't. Remind me. Oh, it's hilarious. Let's just say he should have worn a belt.
What?
Yeah. Dude, it was hilarious, dude.
You're telling me everything but running out on the field. Because usually they got to run out the field for those.
It was hilarious. Hold on. I'll find it and get it queued up. I was like, really? No way. Dude, it was pretty damn funny.
When did that occur?
Today.
Yesterday? Oh, today.
Was
that against the Chicago Cubs?
Oh, here.
It was Pete Crow Armstrong.
Oh, did I? Oh, I did not. Did I not get? I did not.
And I don't know what's going on with Eric.
I thought I saved it. Oh, I guess I didn't.
Not. I don't know what's going on with some guys in Major League Baseball, Eric, because I've always said that if you are heavily involved in the fantasy, you get to see what the points won't lie. You get to see when guys are getting minus a half a point every day. You go, this isn't working out. And some of the veterans, Eric, my first overall pick is my worst player.
Yeah, that happens.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Yeah, that happens, man.
Dude, the guy has done nothing until I think he was like 1 for 4 today, and that's a good day for him.
Yeah.
And Cal Raleigh was my number 2 pick. Finally got a home run last night.
And you know what's and some of these guys are just it's just a little bit taking them a little bit longer, man. And that's okay.
Up. It'll warm up. So will they. It's still cold in some of these cities. They're telling me Chicago and some of these cities. And apparently the Mets game today. Everybody had parkas on over their parkas. It was cold, and they walked it off. So,
did you see John Schneider lose his mind on the umpire? Woo.
Well, I would if my players. You know what? The only difference between the Blue Jays and the Giants are the Jays wear blue and white.
Oh man, he
terrible.
And I didn't understand the umpire. I don't know if you guys saw it. You know how Gosman.
You're talking about the Blue Jays manager, right?
Yeah.
Who was umping? Buckner?
I can't remember who it was. But you know how Gosman takes those 3 little hops on his left foot? Well, the umpire called the balk.
There should be a balk.
Well, I guess it was because he's not coming set, right? I think that's the whole thing.
Yeah.
But he's been doing this his whole career, and he's never had a problem. All of a sudden, this umpire has a wild hair. I know John John Schneider went absolutely batshit crazy.
I think it's Major League Baseball's fault because I watched guys like Kershaw. What's Kershaw? Kershaw had like 3 stops before he throw the ball. I go, if that is not a balk, what the hell are we doing? Too many pitchers
Right.
got these shenanigans, Eric. You get the ball, you come set, you throw. Whatever happened to that rule?
Yeah, well,
Guys they're basically doing the Mamba out there, and whoa, and I don't get it anyway. So big question of the night appears in the chat, Eric, is will it be a case of taco tomorrow? Does Tony always chicken out, Eric?
Oh man,
Is he willing to make a move? He made these drastic change and he said we were working, and I was a little surprised at this. Let's go back to Eric here. Eric, in his pregame tonight, when he didn't talk about Tennessee baseball, he said that I already basically had this charted out. I know when the games Bailey won't play. Shouldn't that be on the fly? Shouldn't you going to have a concept of that? But you should be managing on the fly. You shouldn't be, Susac will play a week from next Thursday. You roll with the punches, Eric.
Sometimes you got to make decisions on the fly, so to speak.
The game dictates it.
Right, because today in that pregame, remember, he was talking about pockets, and I'm like, man, I don't want to hear about pockets. Let's go to your guy that you have to go to in the bullpen that's going to get you those outs. How about that? Keep it simple. My dad used to say this all the time. You ever heard of well, I said this in the this is a term we use in the Air Force too. KISS, right? Keep it simple, stupid, right?
Where's Tidwell? Where's Tidwell?
Come on.
Tidwell had a hell of a performance, went 3 innings in relief. I haven't seen him since in a week.
Oh, no, he pitched yesterday. I believe.
How long did he go?
I think he only went an inning. I think he only went an inning, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Now, Killian, that guy, they've been going to Killian a lot. They didn't go to him today. But yeah, I got a little worried again to kind of go back to, I think we're off the Susac stuff now, but to go back to Ryan Walker, Bubba Guts Walker, man, I can't tell. Man, that guy. Nice. I'm telling you, dude, every time it's never easy. It kind of there's a little bit of resemblance of Brian Wilson, but Brian Wilson was a little, well, I shouldn't say a little bit. He was different, and he was able to get it done. Granted, it was a high pressure situations, but it's Walker just doesn't seem to know where the ball's going because he's got that crazy motion, right? That crazy crossover, and if his foot isn't planted where it's supposed to be and his arm need to be where it releases, well, then it's just going to go wherever the hell. Because last year, he was hitting people all over the damn place. And it's a potential that it could happen again as well this year. But, I don't like it, man. But here's the problem. Who else are you going to go to?
We got an issue. Let's get back to the players themselves. We're not hitting home runs, Eric. There are 12 players in Major League Baseball, 12 that have more home runs than the Giants collectively. Is that an issue to you early? Or again, it's less than 2 weeks in. It'll be what it will be. Let it go. Warm up. Smaller ballparks. I mean, we haven't played in Cincinnati or Wrigley Field. Maybe these guys should get the numbers they always get, right?
You would.
So what has Devers got? 1? It'll fall into place.
Well, like what Shohei, I think has 2, right? Doesn't he? There's a few. Look, you said it. Cal Raleigh got his 1. So maybe guys are just starting off, and that could very well be it. That could very well, because these guys could. And that's the thing with baseball. You could very easily go on a heater, and next thing you know, after a 2 weeks of baseball, you could wind up having 5 home runs and 10 to 15 RBIs, and your batting average goes up about 20, 30 points. It can happen. You know what, Eric?
I put the cape and the big hat with feathers on today. And I had my crystal ball out. And I'm telling you, Eric, I'm telling you tonight, you know how I like to do this. I'm telling you tonight on Tuesday, April 7th, I always have to look up at the top of the computer. Tuesday, April 7th. Well, okay, ready, Eric?
There we go. Take 2.
Tuesday, April 7th, I'm calling it. You want to get the fans involved. You want to get a little emotion and some excitement in this ball club. And we're seeing a little bit of it because of what? A young player named Susac. Get me our first baseman up here from AAA. Get him swinging the bat. Get the fans engaged. Let's start winning some baseball. I think when Eldridge gets here, the tide will turn.
You got to wait. You got to let him. You got to let him go. He's still striking out a ton in AAA. He just is. And if he's striking out a ton in AAA, what do you think it's going to be like here up in the major leagues? That's the problem.
Dude,
Then
the only problem is we don't have enough spots in AAA for the guys who strike out here.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. You can't keep adding to that. Can't keep adding to that. You're just going to have to let him cook a little bit longer. Look, he's going to get his opportunity. It's coming. Let him be ready. Just let him be ready.
You agree that was one of the keys to the victory tonight was the fact that strikeout team, we were up against a strikeout pitcher, Eric. One of the top
they didn't strike out much.
I think in baseball this year and perennially. And he couldn't get us. I mean, I thought it was going to be a bad night when Arise early struck out. I thought, Arise is striking. But he couldn't get us to swing and miss. So
no, that was fantastic. All right, because I think the Giants only struck out. Hold on, do I still have it up here? They only struck out 8 times today. So that against the guy,
it was a quiet 8 to me.
Yeah, it was.
Schmidt couldn't swing. Like I'm not convinced Schmidt should be there either. But that's we'll talk about that in more depth another day.
Sanchez finished with 6 strikeouts. So I mean, it's still decent, but not like where we thought. I thought it was going to be double digits, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I still say that even with a win like tonight, Eric, I still feel like the Giants often they sell their lineup short by putting guys like Schmidt is. I'm not a Schmidt guy.
I hear
you. And the Bailey situation, when Bailey's in there, it's like having an 8-man batting lineup, not 9.
Yeah.
So they should be doing everything in their power to get the best lineup on the everyday basis, and then you let the chips fall where they may.
Right, and I totally agree with you. And I'm telling you, if Buster is going to do an early move, all I'm asking him is to go out there and get a high leverage pitcher for that bullpen, because that is if he's going to go out there and get it done, because if you wait until the freaking trade deadline, you are going to be paying out the nose for that type of talent.
Absolutely.
I would go out there and try. If he could get it done early, get it done early. But I'm telling you, we got to get somebody in there that is a legitimate lockdown type of guy. Whether it's a 7th because look, the 7th and 8th inning are just important as the 9th. They are. I mean, and especially when you're in tight games that the Giants are in. Now, today really wasn't a tight game once they blew it open, but still, you got to have a guy that's going to come in there and you got to have those quote unquote shutdown innings, right? If you go up there and you have a fantastic bottom half of the inning, if you're at home, you want to come back in the next half inning and be able to shut the team down, right? Don't let them get back into it, so to speak. You got to go out there and get that.
You know what, Dean? There's no surprise. If we 4 home runs, 1 at home, I think that statistically falls right where it should. I mean, if we've only got 4 and 1 of them comes at home, you're going to hit more home. This ball club will hit more home runs based on the size of somebody asked me the other day, Eric, and they didn't realize. They go, why? We hear about it in the off seasons and it never changed. Why they don't change the dimensions of the other teams move the fence? And why don't the Giants? And I said, it's pretty common sense. Do you know what the answer is?
What is it? Let's hear it.
It fucks up with their marketing. We're in the 415 area club. They got to keep it at 415 feet, Eric.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's not baseball. It's marketing.
But you know what, though? And I'll tell you this. When I hear the argument of the ballpark, the Giants won 3 and 5. With the ballpark that was even bigger when it was still 421. Right. You can get it. It can be done. You can't be done. But people get hung up about the ballpark. It's okay. Don't worry about it.
They won't change it.
Just go out. You know what? How about you just go out there and you put the ball in play? How about that?
You know, Eric, that the fans will always turn and it's like politics. They'll twist it to fit their own narrative.
Of course.
So, we hear it on a daily basis, even in our chat. If they don't hit, it's because it's a pitcher's ball. It's a pitcher's ballpark. But then if the pitchers are giving up hits, Eric, we're losing all these games. They go, yeah, but there's just so much gaps out there. It's a hitter's ballpark. Which if we win and the good pitching, then all of a sudden it's a pitcher's ballpark. But if we lose, it's a hitter's ballpark. Well, they're not hitting well enough and blah, blah, blah.
Look, other teams don't have problems. Other teams don't have problems coming in here knocking out home runs. But when the Giants can't hit them, then it's the ballpark. I don't like it either. It sucks. It sucks. The Giants just got to do better. And that's the problem. Where has the talent level been over these last few years? It hasn't exactly been exemplary. It's getting better, right? We could all agree. Look, we all said that the lineup is better. Unfortunately, right now they're not even playing up to their where they should be, right? They're not.
But it's tit for tat. You're talking about the lineup getting better? Well, what the hell's going on in the bullpen? You can't take
there you go.
Forward and one step
and that's
backward,
the problem.
There
you go. That's a great point. Because look, last year he had a good bullpen and the rotation was okay. And now, after the trade deadline, the bullpen took a step back. Now in the offseason, the lineup took a step up, but the bullpen went even further down. I mean, it's just come on, let's get some, I don't want to say equilibrium, but let's improve every facet of the game rather than just focusing on one and then worrying about the other another time. I just don't like
how about this for a thought of the future, Eric? If I had the crystal ball, I'd certainly be looking into. I put it away for that. It was a busy day with crystal ball. I'm going to get out tomorrow and look in and see what's going to transpire next year, Eric. Now, next year, my anticipation will be, hey, Buster knows he's got to build the bullpen. So what's he going to do? Try to get some arms of the bullpen. What the hell's going to happen to our starting pitching next year, Eric?
Yeah, there's going to be a hole.
You can't continue this revolving door like you're going into a Safeway where you're adding here but losing here. Now you add here but you're losing here. Is that not what you see?
And Glenn, and look, there's going to be 3 holes next year, right? 2,
Robbie,
because Ray's going to be gone and Malley is going to be gone. Now, we don't know how Malley's going to be, but you're going to have to fill those 2 holes. You're going to have to. Absolutely. Now, look at Dom. It makes a great point here. He's pulling out some numbers. Bailey roughly ranks 12th in combined offense and defense ranking in all starting catchers this year.
That high?
Number 1 in defense, but he's 25th in offense. When you look at it with that lens, it reveals a bit more. So in other words, the guy, you know what that tells me? Well, you know what this screams, Glenn? It screams that Patrick Bailey is a backup catcher because every backup catcher is glove first, right? Isn't that what it is? Isn't a backup catcher glove first guy, not because of his bat? So that's what it screams to me, Dom. I don't know if you see this the same way or whether the chat does, but that's what it screams to me. Mm-hmm. And look, come on.
I'll take it a step further. I don't think he's a backup catcher. I don't think he should even be in the major leagues the way he plays, Eric. And when you say he's number 1 defensive, I got to question those numbers, Eric. I got to question those numbers. They've stolen 7 or 8 bases on him this year. 2 of his throws went into the outfield, and he hasn't thrown anybody out yet.
Yeah, I think when they did that, I think they were taking it to start the season, not necessarily what's been going on so far.
Oh, he's regressed. He's regressed.
Yeah, it's not the same.
He's hitting the whole thing. He's not He's not the player we thought he was. He's not.
Yeah, and look, the ABS is having an issue too.
Oh, did you watch it? We were watching the game tonight.
You were talking about it.
It was about the 8th inning. I couldn't understand, Eric. There were some wild calls tonight. I don't think there was a single. Was there a challenge the entire game?
Encarnacion challenged the strike, and it was a
That's
ball.
true. But did you see a lot of calls way off the plate? One pitch is off the plate, call for strike. The next one, I said, "Look, Bernice, look, same spot, ball." I go, "This is not so." And then there were a lot of strikes that they were calling balls. I thought tonight would have been a field day for the challenge.
Yeah, there was not a whole lot of
players are nervous. You don't have many to work with,
right? And that's the thing is, I think that could be some of it. People don't want to blow that challenge, especially when it's late game situations. You want to have at least a challenge. Yeah, you're right, Christian. You're not wrong, man. And he's made some challenges that haven't gone his way either. That's what I'm saying. We talked about this last year. Yep. Is this going to affect the value that Patrick Bailey has, which is only really is his glove?
Yep. Yeah, but that's the way, you know what? You can say, look, Eric, it's like picking up your Lindy's magazine before the season and reading all the previews. Just because it says the Giants are going to finish second doesn't mean they finish second. Just because it says Patrick Bailey's ranked number 1 does not mean his stats are going to show he's number 1 midway through this season. It is just as my buddy Eric over here would say, it's why they play the games. And Bailey be lucky if they're playing the games and he's actually in the lineup at this rate, man.
And you know what? Senior's right here. His bat is what has made him in. That's a fact. That is a fact. I'm just saying his value has been reduced a little bit with his defense, but 100% I agree. It is his bat is the reason why. If his bat played, then we wouldn't be so worried about it, right? We wouldn't be so worried about it.
Senior says the whole ABS doesn't. I think it does affect catchers.
Some of them. I think it is a little bit of an effect. A little bit.
Patrick Bailey, the whole framing thing. I told you on MLB Network today. They were laughing about that. They're like, he's irrelevant because of the ABS. They're like, he cannot. If that is what makes him a catcher, well, baseball's taking that away from him.
Yeah, there's definitely it's definitely affecting on the framers because it could be challenged. Now it all depends. Now they're not going to challenge every single one. That's right. So it's not going to be all the time. But when it's close to those counts and times in a game where, hey, that really mattered. Well, they're going to be tapping ahead quite often if they think it was out. Because they know, and look, and that's the thing that Bailey does. Everyone talks about it. He's an excellent framer. So what's that mean? He could get a call turned from a ball to a strike. That's what a framer does, right? Isn't that the whole purpose of framing? You convert balls into strikes. Yeah. So when that could get negated just a tad, it will affect to a certain extent.
But there's still going to be, you know what? There's still going to be people out there, the fans, Giants fans, who are like, Bailey's a stud. So you just laugh at them and let's call it a day. And it is what it is. Okay, things getting heated up today in Atlanta.
My God, let's take a look at what happened down south in.
Were they in Atlanta or in LA?
Anaheim. They're in Anaheim. Yeah. Let's take a look.
Look at all the time that evaporated here, just staring at each other.
Okay, I'll do that. They're staring at each other. That's Jorge Soler, right? Yeah.
And guys, watch the ball. I would have peppered him. I would have peppered
Walt Weiss. I think they talked about it. 62 years old, taking down Jorge Soler, dude.
Hey, 62 is not old.
How about that?
He's not the biggest man in the world, though, Walt Weiss.
No, he's not, right? How about that? That's baseball, though. I mean, that's
when Robbie Dizzle was messaging me, I was watching the TV thinking, okay, next pitch. I'm like, what's going on? What is no brawl? He goes, oh, Atlanta. I'm like, oh, thanks. But I immediately thought of this. Because Harper was playing tonight. I thought, what's Harper up to now?
Oh, my goodness, yeah.
That was a doozy. I was watching that live. That was an afternoon game.
What a mess. What a freaking Strickland. He went rogue.
But those were back in the good old days, Eric.
He went rogue.
Come on.
All right. Hey, I'm gonna heat up the coffee and we'll finish this thing out.
Okay. Guys, I swear to God, that's not coffee. No, and Eric. Although it might be tonight. Things are getting a little better, more positive. Question tomorrow will be an afternoon game. I'll tell you, the question tonight is going to be, do they go with Susac or do they go with Patrick Bailey? And maybe if I can convince them, I'll get Eric to put up a poll tonight. Who plays tomorrow? Not who you want to play, who plays tomorrow. And, boy, I think it's Patrick Bailey. Just the way I feel. So we'll see what happens. Everybody asks this question. This is one of the big takes in the chat all the time. It's 10:31 p.m. and Eric's warming up the coffee. So one would have to question what is in that coffee cup. Just saying. The Mickey Mouse Cup, too. Oh, my.
Your number one source for Giant sports talk and debate. Always has been, always will be. Giant Sports Talk Live.
So, guys, the big debate is what's in that coffee cup. I'm not sure.
Folgers, man. Folgers every time.
Folgers in your cup.
Folgers in your cup every damn time, man. Come on. And there's nothing wrong with having coffee. Nothing wrong with coffee at 10:30 at night. Nothing wrong with it at all.
No Baileys? You never said that. No Baileys?
What's that? No Baileys.
No Baileys.
None of that in there.
We'll keep it classy. By the way, By the way, does your wife only shop at like the merch department of the Giants? Because every night you come in, look, you're rocking another nice shirt there.
Yeah,
tonight.
I like that. Yeah, about that. Got a couple of Giants shirts.
Everything you wear, everything you and I has to have like Giants or Giant Sports Talk on it. You realize?
I try. You know, if there's going to be time. Look, I'm not going to wear Giant stuff every single damn time, but yeah.
I'll tell you, if the Giants keep playing like they have been playing the start of this year, I'm going to put something in my coffee early in the mornings, Eric.
Well,
there's that, guys. There it is. There's that Mickey cup.
There it is. Absolutely. Look at Ibrahim. Hey, man, Eric, I'm on coffee number 21 today. My God, that's.
Did you know, Eric, back in the day?
No, folks.
You know, back in the day, the Cowboys used to roast their coffee with through their dirty socks. You know that?
No.
Oh, I learned that on an episode of what's that show called? Not Dragon.
I thought they just got some dirt out of the ground, threw it in a pot, and said,
a cowboy show. They go up to Boot Hill. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Ames Arnett, Matt Dillon. Gunsmoke.
Gunsmoke. Okay, there you go.
It's slow. I knew I'd get there. It's like the 6 degrees of Gunsmoke. Coffee, Boot Hill. I knew we'd get there. Festus. Love Festus. You kind of look like Festus there. Wait till you're about 65, 70 years. You're going to be Festus.
Festus. Wait, hold on. Was it Festus or was it his brother that was a major leaguer? Wasn't there someone? I can't remember. One of them was in baseball, right?
Dum. I don't know.
I can't remember. I thought it was.
Okay.
Dude, that's kind of gnarly. I don't want to hear about no damn sock juice. That's pretty damn nasty, dude.
That is true. That's how they used to. The Cowboys would sit around at night. They would put water up. They would put them in.
I'll pass. Dude, I'm trying to find that damn.
Did you find the post-game show? I was looking for some Tony V tonight before the show.
Oh, yeah. Here, let me see if I find it now. Maybe there's something now. I was looking. Usually it's on KMBR, but they're talking a lot of Warrior stuff right now. Oh, here we go.
Work that magic, Eric. You know you can do it.
Oh, what's this? Hold on.
I think the Giants are. You know what the Giants are missing?
This is the only Tommy V.
Missing a little Wilmer Flores. That's all I can come up with right now. They're missing a little Wilmer.
Hold on, let's do this. Boom. Give me a minute here, guys.
Good news is, Eric. Good news is, if nobody continues, if they can't hit, I got the gloves. I'm ready to pinch hit, and when I'm needed, I got the Wilmer gloves, Eric. If anybody can wear these gloves, it's me. I'll step in. Tony, call on me, buddy. Call on me.
There you go. All right, let's see what we got here. Why is it way over here? Okay, here we go. Tony Vitello on rotating Daniel Susac into the lineup more and how it could impact Patrick Bailey. It'd be good for both of those guys. I think they have a good friendship and a good working relationship.
Eric, we're friends. But if you come taking my job,
not just play Susac every day. No, I think he's obviously earned the right to. I think prior to today, he's earned the right to be out there for us.
Okay,
more often and
more often.
For both those guys, I think they've got a good friendship, and also a good working relationship. And at that position,
what's a good working relationship when both of them are catchers? They don't catch each other.
No, I think that means neither one.
Teammates. They're good teammates.
They're not hating on each other.
My only experience up to date, which you probably don't want to hear about because it's a different schedule, but it's a lot less games, has always been 2 guys. In recruiting, it's always been used 2 guys because at the end of the season, whoever it is you lean on the most, if you don't go matchups with a pitcher, either your own or the opposing pitcher, your other guy's going to be more fresh. It's not an easy thing to go out there all the time. So we'll worry about tomorrow when this whole deal's and here's over with, and then you'll be seeing plenty of both guys as the season goes on.
All right. What do you think? What say you?
Please go 5 minutes without hearing a Tennessee reference, Eric. Well, it's a smaller schedule. I thought it was going to break into like chapter 16. I'm telling you.
That one wasn't as bad.
He caught himself at the last minute, but I don't know, Eric. Another case to me of did he really answer the question?
Exactly.
Come on,
They're saying they're going to see. They said they're going to see some more, so we'll see what happens.
Can you imagine if he has to cut a guy or release a guy? Like they say in Moneyball, Eric. Matt Stairs always says, you know what? I've moved around. He played with like 18 teams in Major League Baseball. He goes, the player just give it to me straight. Tony seems to have a problem giving it to us straight, Eric. He meanders and he rambles on, but he doesn't really, he goes, thanks for your service. We're sending you to Philadelphia. Good luck with your career. That's it, baby. You don't need a whole song and dance over it.
Exactly.
Right? Back in the day in Tennessee, can you imagine when this guy's retired? He's going to have his own he's going to write a book and have his own talk show. He is. And actually, that having been said, I'm not going to crap on him too much, but I think he does. I think he's a good speaker. And as far as the media, he does a good job behind the microphone, Eric.
Right.
Not like two clowns here on the show, but I'm just saying. And, we're trying to pull it together till Lou gets back, Eric. We're just,
Yeah. He's having a good old time in Georgia, right?
He is. But he hasn't let go. He's like Vitello. He may be down there watching the pasture pool, enjoying the golf, but he's still sending me all kinds of clips of the Giants, Eric.
Yeah.
And I think he's keeping in touch with you as well.
All right, let me see.
You know what? In baseball, I gotta, like I just started to say at the beginning of the interview there with Eric, maybe Bailey and Susac collaborate well together during catches. Man, who gives a shit? Eric, if you're coming for my job, I don't care who you are. I'm not getting along. Well, they get along well. A good working relationship means I haven't popped you in the nose yet. That's what it means. Because you're coming for my job, I want nothing to do with you.
This is Kyle Morris, and this is where, right, and here we go. This is to allude to this, right? He gives us damn soliloquies about every damn thing. Kyle, you're 100% correct. He's got to work on that. And this is what's so weird, Glenn, and let's go back to remember the presser. Remember the press acts most imposing. What is the one trait that you liked about Tony Vitello? He said he's concise. He's anything but concise. He's the exact opposite of concise. He isn't concise, right? We all can agree with that. He needs to understand you don't have to go out there. And I think I said this, you can't have diarrhea of the mouth. Just go out there and have a little bit of brevity. And look, everyone dogged on Bob Melvin. He's but that's okay because your job isn't to appease the media. Your job is to go out there and win baseball games and keep that clubhouse together, leading your team to your ultimate goal. You're not going to go out there and win an Oscar or an Emmy.
What happens though when they get on? There are guys out in our chat tonight. I noticed they're you can tell they're rooting for Tony Vitello, and like Eddie says, "Oh God, why are you guys hating on Tony?" I don't think we're hating on Tony.
No, come on.
And then he comes back with, he answered the question, Glenn. I thought, was I wrong? I'll admit I was wrong. He says, he answered the question, Glenn. He literally said, you need two catchers. I thought the question is, who are you going to play? How do you get, who are you going with?
And then at the very end, all he had to say,
the question.
At the very end, he answered it at the very end. You're going to see both of them a bunch of times throughout the season. That's all you had to say. All that other fluff, that's the issue. Eddie, come on.
Calm down, Eddie.
No, Eddie. No. Because so much focus is being put on the manager. So when he goes out there and he does, look at Bob Melvin. Bob Melvin was under the microscope. Managers are going to be under the microscope. They just are. And it all depending on what they're going to go out there and say to the media. So all we're saying is just understand what is going on out there when people are asking you questions and being careful with that. That's all. That's all. It's not a hate. It's not a love. It's, hey, we should be able to go out there and say, hey, maybe you need to fix that. Because we've been on here and saying, hey, we've had really no issues other than yesterday with what he's been doing. And if you want to say the lineup and the bench has been a little bit weird. But I didn't like the idea yesterday going to Baruki. That was a decision made by him. But
he's got to go. Like I said last night, though, he's got to go with somebody, Eric. I mean, tonight, you notice he's running a lot of his bullpen. I was thinking tomorrow, man, who's he going to go? He's running like 3 and 4, 5 relievers a game here. Today, he got a little bit more out of Ray, which I think he needed. But
yeah, he tried to have him go 7. Yeah,
I don't think Eric. I've been pretty positive. I said on the week, what jersey am I getting, Eric? I'm getting a Tony Vitello because there's not really a player. I want to back Tony. I want to see him do good things, and I don't think he's hurt the ball club. So
no,
Kyle says, I'll be honest, besides the apathy at times, I liked Bo Mel's style of management.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I could go. I'm okay with that. Again, right?
You could pick Bob Mel apart. Bob Mel managed for how many years? 30 years,
20.
Eric?
Yeah.
Come on. Yeah. It's been like, we haven't even gotten 30 years into a career for Vitello yet. Look, so calm down and back the bus up.
Right. But here's the thing. I agree with what he's saying because Bob Melvin, he understood what it's like to be a big league manager. Did he make some weird decisions? Yes. And it's okay to criticize those decisions. But was he the one that traded away your bullpen at the trade deadline?
Nope.
No, he's not. Is he the one that's going to go out there and have guys suck it? No, he's not. The manager can only do so much with what he has. And you've said that with Vitello.
He didn't lace the triple tonight, Eric. Right. Not even Vitello. It's the players.
And people are looking for someone to blame. And there's a lot of times where people just get fed up and they go, I'm going to lay it all out. I'm going to spew everything upon Bob Melvin, whether it's fair or not.
Good call.
But again, it doesn't mean that they shouldn't be open for criticism. They should be. It's just, you got to be balanced. That's
true. You're right on, Eric. You can't come into the chat one night. Fans cannot, again, pick your poison and stay with it. Don't be, I didn't like him, but now I don't like Vitello. Pick a guy and just get on with it. 1 week they'll like Vitello. You know what, Eric? They go on a 10-game heater now. They'll think, Vitello's got this thing figured out, Eric. This is great. The same guys in the chat will be a month from now going, oh my God, what happened now? An 8-game, it's all Vitello's fault. We're on an 8-game skid. You're going to have up and downs with this lineup and all that. There's too many holes. There's going to be ups and downs. They won tonight. And like I said, I always seem to be picking, and that's not intentional because he sends me so many freaking messages, is Robbie Dizzle. Robbie he loves the game. And he's very, we're respectful. But I'm like, Rob will go nuts because we won tonight. I go, Rob, we've only won 2 games at home. I'm not exactly running naked in the street just yet, Eric. I'm not planning any parades. Just take it one game. Let's see. Eric, I think we should be looking to try to get to 500.
Yeah, let's get to 500,
hey,
huh?
Calm down. But I can't believe we're like 12 games of the season. We got Bob Melvin talk on the show tonight. Come on. Bobby Melvin. But can we not leave the past in the past, Eric? Bob Melvin.
Yeah, well, whatever. Here we go. Belts for your pants.
Okay, I almost choked last night. You had me laughing so hard. So I'm going to settle in and fasten the seatbelt for this one.
Here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
Welcome to the Trop.
Yeah, here we go. I'll mute it for now. Here we go.
I'm afraid of what I'm going to see.
Here we go.
Fly ball down the right side, and it'll twist off foul.
Everybody okay down there?
It's twins.
Oh my God. Oh boy. How about that?
Somebody should leave the sweatpants at home, Eric.
Oh my goodness gracious. And you know what sucked? Did he ever I don't even know if he got the foul ball.
Unbelievable. And you know what?
We already played that.
I can tell you from past experience, if you're going to go and you wear those kind of pants in a ball game, you better be wearing a cup.
Oh, man.
Not much protection there, Eric. Oh, my God. I can't. You weren't kidding.
Whoopsie.
Where you find this stuff? I'm not even going to ask. But
it's foul territory. Foul territory, man.
Oh, that was foul, all right. That was foul. Come on.
Oh, my God, dude.
Anyway, so my question of the night before we go, Eric.
Yeah.
Is it taco time? Does Tony always chicken out? Who's he going with catcher? I thought you'd put up, after you come back from the coffee, put up a little poll for me. I said, not who should, who do the people think? Let's take it to the people. Will it be Bailey or Susac tomorrow? I think it's Bailey. I do.
going to be Bailey tomorrow.
It's going to be Bailey. I don't think no matter what Susac does, it's Bailey's job.
Yeah, it's Bailey.
But because you heard his answer earlier in the show, right? If you played that again, Eric, he says he's done everything to get in there. And, oh, my God, he's hitting well. And, he's got a good approach at the plate. And he's catching a good game. But then I go back with Bailey.
Yeah. Now, the only wild card in this, is that there's a day off on Thursday. So they very well may play Susac in this last one. I don't know. But I'm going to say it's Bailey.
Let me ask you this. He hasn't proven to be a big home run guy. He's lacing a lot of hits, right? He's batting like 900, a short sample size. Why can we not see him pinch hitting for Bailey? Is it Bailey's got the ace up his sleeve because I'm a pinch hitter? Or not a pinch, I'm a switch hitter.
I don't know.
I'm a switch hitter. You can't pinch hit for me. So I think they could use him, pinch hit, and then just slot him in behind the plate.
Yeah. You would think so, but I so far, Tony has not shown that he would do that. So,
and I think we're being shown. Remember what I said earlier in the show? You don't have to agree with me, Eric, but
I might.
You might not. History has proven that you might not agree. But listen, what I said tonight, with having the younger players in the lineup in those 6, 7, 8, 9 spots in the lineup, it afforded him some quality bats coming off the bench.
True.
I think the problem is going to play out where when he fields his 9 guys, he doesn't have the depth to pinch hit late in
That's
game.
a good point because the bench is very thin. So when you start the bench, then you could bring in the quote unquote veterans later on, like you did with Jung-Hoo Lee and then Bader later in. So
like Oliver, like that guy Oliver.
Yeah,
he can be brought into pinch run in a game. Maybe you want to get a guy to second,
or if you want him to bunt, you could have him because he's got extreme speed.
But for the most part, who's he pinch hitting for late in the game for these 9? Nobody.
He's not going to pinch hit for nobody.
You won't take the bat out of these 9 guys to get all of
that's
it.
the point. Exactly. You're not. The only thing you would do, or late in the game, if you wanted to do a defensive replacement with Jung-Hoo Lee, I don't know, or even Ramos in left field.
That's how I feel, man. It's just I think the there's a lot of the bullpen and the bench to me are really significant downfalls.
Absolutely. All right. Well, we'll be back at it again tomorrow, Glenn.
I want a first base.
We don't know. Did you want to go in? Are you busy in the afternoon tomorrow? Did you want to go in right after the game? Because it will probably be around 4:00 somewhere.
Don't rush me. I'm going to the game tomorrow.
Oh, you're going to the game. So we'll just.
I didn't go tonight. Wasn't feeling up to it. And I had a lot of paperwork. I was tired. I was behind the computer screen for like 11 hours today. And I said, I don't know how to make it through the show with Eric. But of course, we're gamers. We come to play. And
so it's Mally tomorrow, right? Is it Mally?
Yeah, Mally's on the hill tomorrow, Eric. So I don't know what kind of game could we get out of him. I mean, don't forget we won tonight, but these are the Philadelphia Phillies, Eric.
Right, and we're going up against Aaron Nola. He's a veteran. We'll see what the Giants can do against them. It's going to be a day game, so maybe the ball flies a little bit more. So we'll have to see how that's all going to pan out.
I'm just curious what the weather's going to be tomorrow. Oracle Park. 70 degrees, 68.
Beautiful. That's a beautiful day.
A little breezy today. I don't know how it played on television, but it was breezy today, Eric, in the Bay Area. A little bit of a wind. Arenola's 1-0. Maley's dropped both decisions, 7 ERAs. Battle of right-handers. And I don't try to figure out the logic, Eric, but this year we're not hitting right-handers, so I can't.
No, I know. And look, if they win tomorrow, they win the series, and that's all you can ask for. If they can win the series, that's huge, but we'll see how
Mr. Positive over there, Mr. Positive.
No, I'm just saying, hey, that's what we want.
You gotta be.
That's what you want. Whether or not it's going to happen or not, it's a different story.
I'll take a little of this tomorrow. How about that on a Wednesday afternoon, Eric?
Why not? I'll take it. All right.
Go Giants. Let's go
exactly. Home. All right, guys, be good. We will see you guys tomorrow. Woo!
You've been watching Giant Sports Talk Live with Eric and Glenn, a Northern Lights Entertainment Broadcasting production.